I need coffee. Blue says he needs coffee. Dude, I need coffee. I'm on a high caffeine diet. Mmm. That's love right there. Okay, let me run through this, make sure everything works. Okay, there, that works. Scope works. Screenshot works, but don't know if we'll use it. Here's something neat. What's, oh my goodness. Yeah, that works. And, okay, that's left over from another show. Okay, there. The big show is tomorrow night. No, wait, what day is it? It's, it's sometime this week. People let me know. They say, is the big show tonight? Oh, sure. Okay. How is everybody doing? We got a few people watching here. I see Trey, Paula, Blues, Cindy, John Isabella. Hey, coin class is back in session. Winter break is over. I had killed the coin class because, well, mostly frustration more than anything else. It takes a lot of time to set this up, and you'll see what we got to set up. And I'm not getting anything for my time, but it's necessary. It's what the hobby needs. It's what this community needs. Is somebody out there just talking coins and offering a particular subject and exploring it in depth regularly. Now we have the coin seminar weekend coming up in 3 weekends, and that's kind of like coin class by a couple of dozen different people. I am ready. This is ready as I'm going to get. Coin seminar weekend is coming up, and you're going to have about 25 live streams throughout the entire weekend, and each one is going to take a subject and explore it for a half an hour to an hour. And boy, it's a great thing to see, and it really adds to the community. Get in there. If you do videos, if you make videos, if you know anything about coins, consider signing up for the coin seminar weekend. We got some giveaways coming up too. Oh boy, do we got some giveaways. If you'd like to send something in for that coin seminar weekend giveaway, look, I've got an email address right there. Get a hold of me and I'll get you my shipping address. I see Mantic Coins is here. There's Shay and Adriana. Yep. Jeff Dunn's here. Les Wiley. Whole bunch of folks. Good. It says 6 people watching. Huh? No matter. Look, the coin class is brought to you by you folks. You people, your support is what makes this all possible. We do solicit donations on this show. It's a great way to, give me something for my time and effort that I'm putting in here. And I've got a PayPal address in the description below the video. And if you'd like to make a contribution, it all helps out. It gets new equipment. It, pays me. It brings more coins across this table. And, geez, I sure could use the support. Now, we've got a few people that are going to show up. I know some people are going to be late, so let's do a mail call real quick. This came in from Galaxy. And, let's see. I got a cutter right here. And I have no idea what's in it. He said he was going to send something in for the big show, because people do that. The best way to stop working a 16-hour day? Coin class. I don't work 16-hour days anymore. Of course, when I worked, I really didn't work either. I just said, and other people did. And that wasn't too bad. I just said to do the work, and they did the work. What do we got here? One more at the bottom. Any more? Okay, that's it. And we have the big show every Sunday, and people send in coins, and we put together a package and give stuff away. What came in here? I got some tape here. Needs a quick addressing. In one moment, we'll get this fixed up. Okay, we got some rolls. And we got some other things. We'll get a lot of stuff in here. Well, I don't know what that is, but it's interesting, I can tell you right now. Oh boy, we're going to have to play with that. And then some coins, we got some mint sets and parts, and that can go away. What do we have here? I get a little more tape. One moment. You know, you do this long enough, you're going to be an expert at unpacking stuff. And if I can get that tape across there, or unacross there. Oh, this is perfect. This falls right in with what I'm hoping to discuss here. Okay, give me a minute. This could be a while. I'm stuck. Need some batteries. You kidding? Look at this. It's a sound machine. Ta-da! The show gets better every week. Does it work? What's that one? That's a buzzer. Here's a sad face. Here's a smiley face. Applause. Somebody shouting. That's not shouting. Oh, this one's going to be my favorite. Look, it's got a fart. Let's open this and have a look. All right, what do you got here? Drum roll, please. Ta-da! What's that one? Ah, there you go. There's an O. Ah! Let's do that again. Oh, if you're gonna bounce somebody out of the room, bounce them. What's a champagne? Oops. Gun. Rocket. Music. Oh, this is going to add a new dimension to the show, I can tell you right now. What's the idea button? Huh? Bing. I have an idea. Oh, wow, Galaxy. That's slick as hell. Alright, I got a little more tape here that's just going to give me nightmares. I think we got it all. Sorry I'm late for class. My dog ate my homework. Oh, you get the fart. You get the fart. What do we got here? We got a number of coins. These are all 2,000. These are from a mint set. These are quarters. Now, they started making state quarters in 2009. So you're going to have your 50 states, plus your 6 territories in D.C. and all that. These are 2004. Same darn thing. Because I do 5 or 6 a year. What are these? 2,000. P's and D's. 2005. Now these are neat. Because in the mint set, and these are the original mint sets, from 2005 to 2010, they're produced with a satin finish. So these quarters are different. And your mintage on these is pitifully small, like 1.1 million. They'll pay 15, 20 bucks for one of those W. Roosevelt quarters, right? And they've got 1.4 million. This is like 1.1 million. You can get these for next to nothing. What's the date on these? 2003, 2005, the other set, the D's. We got $1. That's good for $1 at any given store. You like, who was that? JQA. There he is. He was a surly fellow. Here's an Ike. We're going to have an Ike festival. I'm going to talk about Eisenhower dollars on the Coin Seminar weekend. This is a 1974. Real good shape. Good luster on there. Yeah, people send this in. We give it away during the big show. I'd pay a lot for a Roosevelt quarter. Do they have a Roosevelt? There are Roosevelt quarters, but it's Teddy Roosevelt on the back. Yeah, what's this one? We got a dime here. I can't read the date. I just can't read it. 2007, so that's also a satin. I can put that. No, that's not it. There's a scope. And you get a great finish on these. It bounces the light away. Okay, more quarters. These are 2001s. And there's a penny here. It's a 1968 D. I think it's a D. Is that a D? Well, I'll have to look at. I'll have to check it for RPMs and stuff. There's a 68D. And that's right out of a mint set, which is what that little red line is. You'll see those. There. Okay. Well, I got to pack this away. Oh, what is these rolls? I got a 2009 Lincoln log. A Lincoln log. Yeah, build a cabin out of those. And I'm going to imagine that is the birthplace 2009 Lincolns. And here is, it's a BU roll of 1963. D. And all these come from Galaxy, and we thank you very much. We'll get these away into the big show. We'll do a little bit at a time, starting this coming Sunday. That's a great little treat there. Okay, what do we do in coin class? We're going to talk about coins. That's what we do. We do it all the time. But here we got actually write a sort of an outline. I get notes and stuff going on this. Look, I get people, these new folks, they ask me, gee Ken, what's the best coin to collect? How do you answer that one? You're asking for a quantitative answer to a qualitative question. Huh. Yeah, there's a teddy quarter. He's on the back. I think it's a Yosemite. He's hunting bears or something. That's what he did. I know about the teddy bear. He's out there. He's out exploring Roosevelt. Maybe he was charging San Juan Hill. You'd have to check the quarters. I can't look that up right now. Okay, but they asked me, what's the best coin to collect? How do you answer that? Amanda says, the coin that appeals to you the most. I suggest collect everything. And your hobby will tell you what you like to collect the most, because you'll say, oh man, I really like these large cents, or I really like these little mercury dimes, or I really like these little bust dimes, or bust dollars, or buffalo nickels, or coronet large cents, or maybe the Kennedys, or the Walkers, or Barbers, or maybe just, you know, really shiny wheats. There is all sorts of things out there. Maybe like silver dollars or clad dollars or these Ikes. I know Lincoln Central. Is he in here? There he is. He kind of likes these Ikes. Well, there's nothing wrong with Ikes. I'll tell you that. They have found their place in numismatic history now, being, you know, starting what, darn near 50 years ago they started making the darn things. And it was a short run. Okay, what are we talking about here? This would be a type collection. There's different ways to collect. You can collect a series, right, where you just take your Lincolns, or whatever you like to collect, you know, your Lincolns, and you do every single date, every single mint mark, right, every proof issue, satin issue, business strike, and then you get into errors and varieties. That's another thing altogether. Now, in the description down below, I've got a link to the coin collector checklist. Let me see if we can pull that up here real quick. This is what it looks like. There we go. And this is the, if you look at the bottom, can we see the bottom? I think I set that up, yeah. You've got all kinds of little tabs, and you can use these arrows on the right side to go back and forth between the tabs. So you have draped bust half cents or braided half cents, and they're in order. There's your coronet cents from 1816 through 1839. And here's your Lincoln cents, right? If you just want to collect Lincoln cents, dude, there's a lot of options. Just collect the circulation strikes, 1912 PD and S. That would not get you the proofs, you know, you wouldn't have to collect those, and you'd call it a complete set. But if you did, well, that's a lot more. Good Lord, you got another 70 or 80 different coins there if you include the proofs. Right, but just the Lincoln cents, if you were to collect those, let's see, how many would you need? You need a lot. Well, then you, oh yeah, you get the Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, Type 4, and the 2009s. There's enhanced uncirculated satins, there's reverse proofs, there's proofs, there's the old matte proofs, but right now it's, what do we got here? That's line 398, I'm going to add 2019, and that's another 3 or 4. You're talking 400 different Lincoln cents just to collect, you know, put together a set of Lincoln cents. For how many? 400? Seriously, that's not that many. If you want to see a lot, you know those quarters I was just showing you? Let's find the quarters here. Here you go, Washington quarters. I'm going to click this at the top and it'll give me a count. It should give me a count. 699 check boxes in this list. Now these go back from 1932 all the way up. You got silver in there, special mint sets, proofs. You got silver uncirculated, silver proofs, types 1 and 2, different mint mark varieties. This does not include, you know, the die varieties, which you get into. There's silver proofs. Then you got your state quarters. There's 50 of those, and they come in regular business strike for P and D, proof, silver proof. Then you got S uncirculated. Really? There's a lot. There's a lot of them. After the state quarters wear out, then you get into the America the Beautiful quarters. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Vicksburg's, Acadia. What's WHM? I don't have any idea what that is. They just keep going on. I should just spell this out instead of trying to write, oh, the Arches National Park, Homosassa, Kissimmee. Is it Kissimmee? Kisatchie. That's what it is. And they go on and on. How many are you looking at if you had the whole set of quarters? 699. And I don't have 2018 or 19 in there. You're looking at 700 different quarters if you just collected the quarters. 700. Dude, that's nuts. Home. Where are you? We just saw some of those. Let me show you this. Let me move that up to the side. You're talking. What you got here? Arkansas. This would be a proof. There you go. Different designs. Here's what is this one? That's just a 1997 with the old Eagle design. Right. Then you collect the holders. Some holders don't have the flags. Right, they just got the old, regular old style there. What's this one? Here's Helen Keller. Listen up. There's Helen Keller. What do you got here? Here's another one. It's got an eagle on the back, but it's not the same date, right? This is a 1998 S, and it's silver, whereas this one is a 1997 S, and it's clad. 600 of these. I've got boxes and boxes of these things, right? And I don't have the same quarter twice. Just boxes and boxes of them, and I still don't have the full set. Good Lord, how long does this go on? So you'd have over $175 in face value if I had them all. That's a lot of quarters. Yeah, that's probably not at all inaccurate. I got to put these away before I get them lost. I hate myself when these aren't in order. Now, pennies are a whole lot easier. Even if you have to have 400 different pennies, it's $4 in face value. But it goes beyond the face value. There's metal value, right? Some coins are silver. Here you go. What you got? Here's a silver quarter from 1934. Here's a silver quarter from 1840. Here's a dime from 1941. Here's a half dollar from, what is this one? 1908. Right, 1940. These have silver content in them. Here's a half dollar from 1831. Silver has intrinsic value above and beyond the face value. For example, the old dollar here, that's worth a whole lot more than a dollar. I can tell you that just because of the silver content. Alright, so some people like to collect silver for that particular reason. Silver goes up in value, your coin goes up in value. So now your coin is tied to the commodities market instead of just the coin market. Huh. Good Lord, maybe you should collect those. Are those better to collect? Really, it comes down to your choice. What do you like? Gather your things up, gather your coins, and they will tell you what you want to collect more of. Ooh, I really like these, you know, large cents. Or I like these shining, brand new looking wheat pennies. Let's see if we can show that off. There's a wheat penny, brand new, like the, oh, I don't like to get my fingers on it too much. What is the date on that one? Oh, that's rather common, actually. Let's get over here and have a look. That's a 1956 from Denver. Okay, but by God, it's a shiny old penny. Here's a shiny old dime. Let's get a D. What's on the other side? Stop moving. It's a 1939 from Denver. So if you want to collect, you know, just a decade of coins, sometimes you need, you know, 30 of the darn things, not counting proofs. Maybe you need 40 of them just for a decade of dimes. 1939, you got coins that are made in Philadelphia. They would not have a mint mark. Do I have a pointy stick handy? There you go. You have coins that have a mint mark on them. Here you go. This little letter right here. Different dates will have different letters. But P on some coins, D on some dates, S on some dates, and there's O. What do we got? Here's one somewhere. Here's an O. Ta-da. Oh, oh, where's the ta-da? That's not it. That's not it. I'm going to have to get used to that machine. Okay. An O mint mark, meaning it was made in New Orleans. If you'd like, just collect one of every mint mark. You got to have P for Philadelphia, D for Denver. There's also a D for Dahlonega, right, which is Georgia, where they made gold coins up until, what, 1860 something, 1862. You got to have C, right, which is Charlotte. That's in South Carolina. That's one of the Carolinas. I just drive through. But whenever I pull over off the highway in the Carolinas, they get the best looking chicks right there. I'm just saying, I'm just telling it like it is. Then you got to have CC, which is two C's, and that's Carson City. That's over in Nevada. You got the S for San Francisco. There's an M. That's neat. That's from Manila. What else we got? P, D, S, O, C, 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 D, D, M, S. I think that's it. There may be there's like 9 other darn things. Okay, so what if you just collected one of each mint mark? Some of those are going to be pretty darn difficult. Let me tell you, those gold coins get to be pretty pricey. But no matter. Something like this with an O, those are actually not too bad. You can get them on barber halves, barber dimes, barber quarters, and they're affordable. Let's see what this one is. Oh, oh, that's an O2. Nope. There, that's also an O. It's a little cleaner than the old one. That was a bit more worn down. And an O mint mark. No problem. P, D, O, and S. Those are your most common. Pretty slick. D's, D's. And they're in different places on different coins. So you have to learn, where they are in the particular coins. A lot of times they're on the back, especially before 1964 and earlier. Usually on the back, but not always. The pennies have them on the front. Well, let's see, where's that nickel? I don't know if that's got a mint mark. On nickels, you look on the back, on the bottom. Here's a D. It's an old buffalo nickel, real nice looking, shining buffalo nickels. Good Lord. Maybe maybe you should collect those. You hear about these all the time. That's a 1938 D. Oh, we got an Indian sign. What's that one? Nope, nope. We just broke the glass on that one. So which one's better to collect? Is it perhaps one of everything? There's a neat one. You get into a typeset is what it's called. You're not collecting every date. Just get one that's different from what you had before. And you've got, let's see, Indian pennies. You get large cents. This is a braided hair large cent. Or you have the earlier ones, which are the coronet Liberty head. You've got all the ones before that with flowing hair, and then you got the ravishing hair back in the 1700s. Dimes, you got, oh, here's a Mercury, here's a silver Roosevelt, right? Here's a half dime from the 1830s. Quarters, oh, you got a bunch of those. The standing Liberty quarters, Washington quarters. You got to have the ones with the different designs in the back. What? Same issue. Washington quarter, but they got a different design in the back. That's what all the state quarters are all about. Well, in 1976, you had a special design there as well. You could get into half dollars. Those are a lot of fun. They're quite popular. Excuse me. Kennedy's, Franklin's, Walking Liberties. Before those, you had the Barber halves. We just had one out here. There you go. Different designs on the reverses. And there's so much history as you go back in time on these things. Before the barbers were standing Liberty quarters. Before those were the bust halves. There was another one I just found. I'm putting together this little view here, and I came across this other thing. How do you forget you have one of these? Okay, don't fall, don't fall. So I found this in a box. I think, where'd that come from? What is it? It's that's a 1929. There's another half dollar. Let me slide these off real quick. And these are wonderful when you get back there. Watch this. You're going to love this. There you go. It's a 1929. Pretty decent shape on her. But back in the day, what they did on these is they put writing on the edges. Oh, let's see if we can see this. And I'm upside down, of course. Let me rotate that around. Okay, we'll turn it this way. Stand by, I have no grace. Okay, that's, what do you got there? DOLLAR. That's actually half a dollar, or, there's an or here, somewhere. Maybe it's 50 cents or half a dollar. Here's 50, F-I-F-T-Y. I have no grace here. There's a C, that's a little weak, E-N-T-S, 50 cents, or half a dollar. At the or part. There's a neat one. There's the half a dollar. It's not half dollar. It's half a dollar. Just the vernacular and usage at the time is kind of interesting. I like barber designs for the half. Well, there's nothing wrong with barbers. Let's have a look at that one. I got one right here. Yep. Oh, check this out. See the difference in size on these? I'm going to put the barber on top of the seated, or the bust half. Over the years, they changed the size and shape and composition of these things, and you see the difference in diameter here. If I hold that sideways, you can see the difference in thickness as well. Yep, they made them a little smaller around, but made them thicker. There you go. The half a dollar is the taller one up top, and the barber's the lower one. Not a whole lot thicker, but it's out there. The barber half, let's look at that. There it is. That's not it. Okay, you got Liberty. Well, should be right up here. They wear off over time. In God We Trust up here at the top, and they surrounded it with stars. Oh my God, it's full of stars. Date at the bottom. This is the most common place for the date, but they're not always at the bottom of the coin. Sometimes they're off to the side. The pennies are a great example. They're, you know, you got Lincoln's bust is down below. Now the back of this has a great design with this full bore eagle here. Wings are spread out. Kind of reminds you of the Washington quarters, except the Washington quarter doesn't have a shield. This is the Union shield. You're going to see this on a lot of coins. It's currently on the back of the cent. This goes back, I mean, centuries. Okay, half dollar denomination, right? E pluribus unum, right? Liberty. Liberty, yeah, Liberty's on the front. You saw that here. And In God We Trust. But over the years, they didn't have all these on the coins. In God We Trust didn't come onto the coins until 1864. Over here in the old bust, you got Liberty. You got the date. You got a mint mark, would be right in here. The denomination. E pluribus unum, the motto, and United States of America. United States. And the eagles are so popular. Of course, it's the national emblem there on the barber halves. Great design. And you're looking for good detail on these. The older the coins get, a lot of times the more they've been circulated. David says, I have one with missing edge lettering. You'll get that. These new dollar coins that are out right now, a lot of those have edge lettering. Not this one. Now I'm going to find out if it should have edge lettering. The presidential dollars in particular have lettering on the edges. Wow. If all you had was one of each type of coin, dude, it would fill up more than what you can see here. Because there's a lot of stuff I haven't even touched. There's Flying Eagle cents. There's 2 cents, 3 cents, 20 cents. A lot more quarters. A lot more dollars. I've only got, let's see, Ikes. There's an Ike. There's a peace dollar. There's one of them Susan B. Uglies. Ooh, Jesus. Here's a Sacagawea. Jeez. I mean, how many different dollars? It's going to cost you $10 just for the face value for the different dollar designs. Easily. It's a Washington. Not rare. Okay, yeah, they're out there. Okay. Let me set that up. Now, you can collect types, right? You can collect finishes. Here's a neat one. Most of these you're going to see are business strikes. They were made to be produced for general circulation, you know, to go down to the store and buy a loaf of bread with. How many loaves of bread did this 1934 quarter buy you? God only knows, probably lots and lots of them. There's other finishes out there, as we just saw when we opened up that package from Galaxy. How about proofs? Here's a neat one. These are specifically made for collectors, right? It's a special strike. The dies are prepared. They're polished, heavily polished, so you get a mirror-like finish on these coins. And let me find a card so I can block the sun and show you what happens. You get a black and white finish, and what you have here is called cameo. Right? We have frosty devices and a black mirror, a shine. Oh, they're beautiful when they're like this. These are great coins to collect. Now check this out. They made them back in the day, right? They started back up again in 1909 with the cents. They made Indian cent proofs. They made proofs here and there. 1916, they got away from it. Okay, they started back up again in 1936. Okay, 20-year hiatus. Now, they were made in Philadelphia back in the day. And they ran them for a while, but the war got in the way. Okay, we don't have the resources to invest in, special collector issues. It's all or nothing on this war. They put everything they had into that war. Okay, so World War II, that stopped in 1942. They made proofs, but they didn't make any more in 1943. That went on for a while. And 1950, 5 years after the war ended, they started up again. So yeah, you can get some older proofs back then. They're made of Philadelphia. Now, 1964, they made them in Philadelphia, but you had a coin shortage at the time, and the 3 mints were pressed into service, making what's called a special mint set. But all 3 mints made circulation strikes, and they left their mint mark off of them. I dislike proofs because they never get handled by real people. Yeah, some people like them because they never get handled by real people. Yeah, whatever your preference is. I have I have an affinity for proofs. I got all kinds of proofs. The 4 over here are not proofs. Now, if you put your finger on a proof, you're going to screw it up. You're going to leave your fingerprint on there. That'll be on there forever. Now, for 3 years, they made coins, 66, 5, 6, and 7, and they didn't make proofs. They made special mint sets. And they're a better coin, but they're not quite proofs. I mean, on these, even the planchet itself is prepared specially. Oh, they're beautiful when they're nice. There we go. Now, in 1968, they started making them again. But this time they made them in San Francisco, so he had an S mint mark on them. Come San Francisco. Let me set these down. Oh, we're going to make a terrific mess here. Let me grab that big $50. So you'll have an S mint. So that's not it. There it is. Let's see if we can get a look at that. S. Yep, you had Superman coins from 1968 onward. Kind of neat. Okay. Get them. There's your S mint. Now you need PED and S, but you're not going to get proofs from Denver. There are a few very limited number of coins that are not produced in proof in their proper mints of Philadelphia or San Francisco. There's some New Orleans proofs out there, and they are few and far between. You're talking, issue runs of 5, 4 coins, 1 coin, next to nothing on them, and they're good money out there. There's stuff out there we never heard of, seriously. But right now we're looking at what a typical collector is going to come across. Well, there's nothing wrong with proofs. You name it, penny, well, we got it. Nickel, dime, we got quarter. Of course, you have these state quarters, the ATB quarters. Just for the state quarters, you got 56 you need just for those. Really? No, it's 112 because they got them in silver and they got them in clad. Ken kind of looks like Ike. It's a hair. I can't tell the difference, can you? Here, let me move Ike forward. You see the cameo effect on that? How it's black and white. Let me get his head the same size as mine. There. And if I look just like Ike, I look like this. I think my head is kind of small. I've always been paranoid about my head. Is my head too small? It's bigger with the hair. Okay, you got business strikes. You got proofs. There's satins out there. You got satin proofs. There's another one. You got matte proofs. brilliant proofs. Cameo, deep cameo, all kinds of different levels of finish out there. Let me set these two cards aside because I don't want to mess those up. These are real nice. So what, should you collect proof because they're made for collectors? You collect what you want, man. It really doesn't matter. What's on this card? We got more stuff here. What do we got? We got half dollars. Now they've got commemorative half dollars. It's not your regular issue half dollars. They're special designs. This is a 1986, and it is a Statue of Liberty on there with Ellis Island on the reverse. And this is a proof finish. I also have them uncirculated. These are clad. You can see the brown line, which is the copper clad layer. They used to make them in silver. I've got a 1925 Stone Mountain half, and the silver, you look at the side and you say, oh, I see, it's 90% silver. And these are 1925 on this particular design. Other commemoratives, they started making them in 1892 with the Columbian Exposition half dollar. You got Columbus on the front and a boat on the, oh no, is there a boat in the back? Yeah, it's got the sails and stuff. But they initially started making them on quarters. They had a Queen Isabella commemorative quarter. And they went to half dollars and stuck with it. Lately, in the past few years, they've been doing commemorative dollars. Now, back when they were doing the silver quarters, silver half dollar commemoratives, they were also producing them in gold. There are gold commemoratives out there. Maybe we should collect gold coins. Really, I'd like to collect more gold. Okay, but it comes down to your budget. Okay, there's copper, of course. These are interesting. Back during the bicentennial celebration in the early 70s, a number of these were produced in bronze as well as silver, and these are the Founding Fathers Revolutionary War medallions. 1972 on this one, George Washington. You get a few different fellows here, and they come in uncirculated and in proof. Sons of Liberty on the back of this particular one. There's Jefferson and Patrick Henry, Sam Adams, Sam or John? Sam Adams, I think it is. I'll have to look it up. And these go for, anywhere from $3 to $20 depending on their condition. These are a great piece of history because it's more modern history. It's the 70s where everything was good, where everything was new back then. I love the 70s. It's my favorite time because I was, 5 back then. When this coin was made, I was 5. But that's not really a coin. It has no face value. It's medallions. Mean you can get medallions instead of coins? Absolutely. There's all kinds of stuff that are not coins, right, that are still just as collectible. Is it numismatics? Yeah, it's a coin. But they're not, they don't have a face value. I had some more around here. Okay, here we go. Here's a bunch of stuff. Some non-coins. These are rounds. These are copper rounds. These are all 999 copper. Kind of neat. Different designs. People collect these as well. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so very much. Here's one with an Air Force. Couple of jets on the top. Come on, mess with us. Come on. I like that F-22. There's a Walking Liberty. This is the PV penny people talk about. We give away one of these every single Sunday. Great design, and that mimics the Walking Liberty half dollar, which I had around here somewhere. Wonder where that went. Here's one. So you have the copper round with the design of the half dollar. Okay, and the back is also highly similar, but it doesn't have such things as 50 cents as the half dollar on the bottom. It says, 0.999 copper. Okay, well, they base these on these things. Now, I was saying, really, if you want to get kids involved, how about a coin with a dinosaur on it? And then I went looking and said, oh, look, they got copper rounds with dinosaurs. So I had to get a bunch of those. The kids love those. Excuse me. The copper rounds, as well as silver rounds, they got so many different designs. You could collect a pile of these and never run out of designs to collect. Here's a panda. SJ had sent that in for the big show, and I'm not going to be able to get that to focus, I'm sure. There it is. A couple of pandas. And it's a Chinese design. Nope, not going to work. Okay, they take They base these designs on existing coins. Here's a wheat style 1 ounce, and that's a proof-like finish, whereas some of these are business strikes. For example, this one. There you go. I have no idea what this is, really. It has George Washington on the front, and on the back it has a peace and friendship. Whoa, Gunner. So it's a peace and friendship medal. I think this is from Bill J, who had sent that in. Kind of interesting. That's more of a bronze than it is a brass. We'll set that here, and we have these. SJ sent these in. This appears to be a plated steel, possibly a plated zinc. And there are tokens, medals, medallions, so many things. You cannot possibly list them all or show them all off in a single day, in a single show. This is a Bitcoin. I got that from Mantic, I don't know, a year ago. Kind of nifty. It comes in a little handy case. What is it? Yeah, it's a metallic, or what is it, cyber currency. But this is the copper round version. Mike Badger says, I just emailed you a sheet with pictures of the mint mark locations for U.S. coins. Thank you. Thank you very much. That'll be handy because they do move around from time to time. There are coins that have them on the back and the front, depending on the year. Usually they're on the back. There's some Walking Liberty coins that have the mint mark on the front. Here you go. Back in 1916, 1917, they had a mint mark right down here. Later on, it was moved to the reverse in a little discreet location right over here beside the pine tree. It's a bristlecone pine. Different locations, different places. The Washington quarters, they were on the reverse below the eagle for a while, and they moved it to the front later on. Where's a Washington quarter? I'm sure I have one here somewhere. Does this have a mint mark? I can't tell. Let's have a look. Where'd that go? Scope. They had it. Nope, it does not. It had it below the reef, the leaves here, in the early years. Later on, you'll see it. It's moved over to the side of the ribbon and the hair. Okay, different places. Kennedy half dollars. They were on the reverse. Here's one now. They were initially on the reverse. This has it on the obverse on this, and these are 40% silver. Okay, here you go. You've got copper coins. There you go. Where they're this one is 95% copper. The new pennies are not 95% copper. It's more like 2%, and they're plated. Here's one that's that hasn't been stamped yet. This is just a blank. Huh? It's not yet a coin. It's going to be a coin, but it fell off a truck. Okay, so you got copper, you got zinc, you got 40% silver. There's 90% silver out there. Say your old peace dollars. Let's see if I can make that. There you go. Here's an old peace dollars, 90% silver. And where you got a mint mark there. There's a mint mark over here on the back, and they stayed on the back. Kind of neat. Then you got 40%. What? These old bust halves are what? 89%. Are you fooling me? Well, there's been a lot of changes over the year. 40, 90, 999. Here you go. Watch this one. We get into bullion. 999 copper. Over here you got 999 silver. Okay, so now you're talking a bullion coin. Really cool. These are American Silver Eagles. And this one's going out to the winner of the giveaway on Coin Seminar weekend. There you go. This is an American Silver Eagle, and again, it has the Walking Liberty design. This is brand spanking new. This is sent in by Blues Coins. He's in here somewhere. Beautiful design. When these are new, they are just scrumptious. So we're gonna have a fashion show and you know, a beauty pageant with these coins and decide who's the best. I suspect it might be this one. Okay, here's the back of that, and 1 ounce fine silver, and it has a face value of $1, and it should say 999 somewhere, I think. What does it say that? It doesn't say that. 1 ounce. Well, it says fine silver. Great. Some coins will say 999. This is Plata Pura. Now this is a Mexican Libertad, right? This is Mexico's, whoa! This is Mexico's answer to the eagle. And in 1 ounce, pure silver, 2018 is the date, and it's 0.999. That's the purity. And here's their mint mark, Mexico City. In the back of that, you have all kinds of designs that are used on Mexican coinage. And Paula sent this one in, and this will also be given away, along with the eagle during Coin Seminar Weekend. Now here's the deal, right? You got all these shows on Coin Seminar Weekend, and everybody's going to have a different clue, right? And the more clues you get, the better chances you have of winning the package, of winning this giveaway. So you're going to watch all those shows. These are beautiful coins. They really are. There we go. And that's a satin finish on that. Got a chick with wings. Means she can leave at any time. It's wonderful. Okay, 90%. No, that's 999. These are 90%. These are clad. They're not even silver at all. Okay, you have small pieces of silver. You have silver rounds, right? What you got here? This one was sent in by SJ. Here's a silver round. That's 1 ounce. Paula sent that. I'm in Florida, so it seemed appropriate. Okay, what you got here, SJ? There's SJ. Watch this. Now, SJ Mixed Adventures, you can donate to her channel. She sells these stickers, and she takes the money and uses it to buy coins, which she puts in the Coins for Kids packages. There you go. Date is 2000. In God We Trust. All right. See the design differences? It's not quite the Walking Liberty design, but it is genuine, valuable, 999 silver. This is a 1/4 ounce. Kind of nifty. Let me see if we can see that. A 1/4 ounce of silver. Now that's not made by the government. It's made by a private company, and they got other sizes different companies make. Here is a 10 shillings, Somalia. What is this? Where is it? And that's 1/10 ounce of silver. 1/10 ounce. That's got an elephant on it. Then I don't have an elephant noise on that machine, do I? Okay, watch this one. There's more. There's all kinds of these. Look at little ones, there's big ones, there's giant ones. You get bars. Where's that? There it is. Watch this. I'll get you this in a second here. Thank you, Manta Coins. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, here's a 1 gram. It's like 1/3 of the size of a penny. You know, your Lincoln cents up until 1982 were 2 point, how much were they? 3.11 grams. This is 1/3 of that. And that's 0.999 silver. Here's a neat one, has a little flower on it. And there are so many different designs. I love you, silver. And people collect these. They're wonderful things. SJ has barrels of them. She's got so many designs. You don't know where to go. Oh, here's one I love. If you like silver, you'll love this one. Okay, Canadian coins up until 1967 are 80% silver. Really? Here's Lizzie on the front. And 1967 was their special year, their bicentennial. And you've got a howler on the back of this. I love these coins. You got some great designs. Natural wildlife. Who's got a howling wolf? Have we got a howling button on there? Where's that howler? Well, it's kind of like a howl. Okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that be. Some of these have face value. The bullion coins issued by governments will have face value. Your eagles, your maple leaves, Krugerrands, Libertads. Here's that eagle again. And that's got to be one of the best looking coins out there ever. And you have private issues. Somalia, this is probably the 2000. They didn't really have a central bank in 2000. They've been in a state of civil war for years. So a lot of these are made by private enterprises. These little tiny grams and 1 gram to 2 grams are breakaway bars. Companies make these. It's their way of marketing their silver, and they're great little tokens. They're great little pieces. And geez, you got so many different designs. You can have a collection of just those. What else is out there? Good Lord. What is the best to collect? Is it government-backed bullion, private bullion, where it's you can get these for, I mean, a couple of dollars. Something like this is going to set you back 25, 30 bucks, right? Gosh, what is the best thing to collect? Maybe if you just want silver, you can get these old dollars, right? Or you can go coin roll hunting. Just people do this all the time. Watch Manta Coins. They pull silver out of coin rolls. No fooling. They do it left and right. Here's a neat one. Let me show you this one. Here's a new way to collect. That's not it. It's not just the coin where you collect maybe silver dollars, okay? Or you collect them, get the entire date series, 1923, with the right mint marks, the P, the D, and the S. But you can also go for die varieties. Here, this is a VAM 1H, and we have a massive die crack that goes around almost the entire coin. Starts here, there's a gap, and it starts up again over here. And this is a die crack. Goes through garbage frost, through a neck. And you've got a pretty sizable one at the back of there. This is raised metal here, coming down towards frost. So now you have massive numbers of die varieties, and there's probably a book for every series out there. I collect books as well as coins. This one came in just the other day, and this is die varieties just for Mercury dimes. Good Lord, RPMs, repunched dates, double die obverses, all sorts of. There's a wealth of knowledge out there. That's what this is. Van Allen and Malice, two guys, put together a book on Morgan and Peace dollars. So you get their initials, Van Allen, VA, and Malice, the M, and you have VAM, VAM, and this is described as VAM 1H, is what this one is. Kind of neat. And they got listings, and you can look it up and see exact examples of what you have for these die varieties. Maybe you should collect die varieties, because those are fewer and far between. Really, it's not the silver you pull out of the rolls that gives you the value. Those die varieties are worth a whole lot more than the silver a lot of times. Oh, let's see. Have we looked at this pile? We looked at that pile. We looked at this pile. Here's another pile. If you like types, let me get this out of the way. If you like to collect these types, different types of coins, good Lord, there's stuff out there. You got coins that are made out of different metals. The pennies were made out of copper for a long time. Now they're made out of mostly zinc. Back during the war, they were made out of steel. Kind of nifty. How about foreign copper? Here's a half penny. You got this from Lemonhead. That's a half a penny. They're imitation coins. This is not really from 1776. If you have a real one of these, dude, you can pay off your mortgage real quick. There's a 1776, and this is, I forget what it is, a continental currency. We'll have a look around. Continental currency. Yeah, this is a reproduction, and these are pretty slick to have. It says copy here somewhere. There you go. And we can get a better look here. And these are actual coins produced in 1776, and there was a trial run to say, hey, we can make silver dollars, and they were made out of silver or pewter back then. And if you got one, dude, it's 300 to 500 to $1 million and change. And you have the chains with all the states interlinked, and it says we are one. Kind of nifty. I like to get these. I mean, I can't afford the real one, not yet anyway, but I'll keep that around. It makes a great showpiece for coin class. You got coins that aren't round out there, right? Here's a Bermuda dime. It has a scalloped edge. You've got Russian kopecks, they're more square. I don't know what this is. This is $2 from Hong Kong. Excuse me. Again with the scalloped edge. You've got octagonals. I gotta look at that. That's $1 from East Caribbean states 18 years ago. That's probably still in use. This is 15 cents from the Bahamas, right? You got coins with holes in them. We don't know what that is. We can't see that. Let me look at this real quick. Yeah, this is from, I don't know where it's from, but it's neat. It's got a hole in it. There, it says what it is and where it's from here. And on the back it says more. There it is. If you can read that, you're better than me. Here's the date, I think. That might be a mint mark for all I know. Really, give me some hieroglyphics. At least I can probably come up with something. Korea? Alright. There it is. Coins with holes. And they're quite common in a lot of cultures because, you know, it makes it easy to carry your coins. Just put them on a string. This is a washer. Okay, it's actually a fender washer. It's not really a coin at all. Okay, this is neat. This is the piece that's left over after punching out your coin, right? This is a piece of webbing, and it's from a quarter, and you can take a look and you'll see the brown stripe to the copper. That's from a clad quarter. Got this from Joe Durbin. We'll give that away during one of the big shows. They punch out the planchets for the coin. We had a planchet here. Here's one. It's blank. And what's left over is this. And they'll melt it back down and turn it into something else. These are not really coin shapes. How about this one? That's a Somalia $1 from 19 something. I don't know when it was from. I'll have to look. I can't see it. It's really small. It's got to fit on a guitar. $1 Somalia. 2004. And again, it's a private company produced these because the Somalian central bank was defunct at the time. But they celebrated the International Year of Music with these great little coins. It's $1. That's a coin. Right? This is not a coin. This is. Square one is. The one with a hole in it is. The scalloped coins are right. There's all kinds of different shapes out there. Get one of everything. Maybe you should just collect those. He showed me an 8 Boulevard the other day from 1795. We got a couple of, what are these? Oh, here we go. Here's neat. U.S. currency is rather new. It's only been around for a little over 220 years, 230 years. 1793 is when they started making it. Other nations go back much further. And they have different ways to do their coins. They got holes, they got shapes, they got different metal contents, 80%, 90%, 56.5%, whatever you got, dude, it's out there. Here's neat. U.S. used to make all their coins with the same image, right? Oh, you see the Liberty dime, see the Liberty quarter, see the Liberty half and dollar, the Barber dime, quarter, and half. They didn't make a Barber dollar. Funny that, but it's not uncommon to have all your series, all your denominations with the same obverse. Here's a couple of Balboas. These are from Panama. What you got here? There he is. That's Vasco de Balboa. That's a decimo. It's a 10th Balboa. Right? And here's a Cavarto, a quarter Balboa. And they got with the hemi-Balboa, the half Balboa, and the full Balboa. And the backs are mostly the same. So it comes down to the size and the lettering. And Republic of Panama. And there's a date here somewhere. 1973. What's this one? 1983. And that's at 1/10. It's the size of a dime. Let me see if I got a dime here somewhere. There's one. Okay, here's a Canadian dime. Ta-da! That's got George on there. Same size as a dime. Okay, this is a quarter. And I've got, you see the same thing here. A Canadian quarter, right? They'll have the same obverse on all their quarters, dimes, pennies, nickels, everything. And that's the size of a quarter. It's kind of a standard size. But the metal content of the different nations can change. Can be different. Ooh, let me talk about Canadians for just a moment. Set these Balboas off to the side. Maybe you should connect Canadian coins. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with Canadian coins. They're really making their place. What's really neat about these foreign coins is the population is usually much smaller than the U.S. We're a pretty sizable nation. Okay. That's not, I don't know what that is. We'll get that out of the way. Here's some bunch of Canadians. And again, you've got copper and you've got silver. Let me move these. And as time moved on, the Canadians changed their design and made it smaller. So you have the small cents. Right, here's an old one. This is a colonial Canadian. That's it's a bank token. That's before there was a Canada. Let's put that under the scope. This is what's called a bouquet sou, because it's got a bouquet on it. Looks like this. Okay, it's a little rough. Which way's up? There you go. And this was put out by the Bank of Montreal. And you've got, let's see, clover over there on the left. You got some thistle. There's thistle. There's rosebuds. This is a rose here. These are rosebuds? I think they're the rosebuds. You got some turnip greens, some collards. Here's some mustard. You got some broken wheat. A little bit of everything on there. And these are pretty slick. Let's look at the other side. And it's un sou. That's the bouquet and that's the sou. And these are really slick. Check this out. You got some doubling on here. You get double dies. Most world coins are made very similarly. The design is created on a hub and transferred to a die, then transferred to a working hub, and it's not impossible to get these doublings on those. And you got some extra doubling. Kind of nifty. You see this. You see it everywhere. Let me get back over here. But oftentimes these foreign coins will have the same design on one side and change the design for other years or other denominations. Here's Canadian quarters. Whoa, get back up here. I have no grace. There you go, you got Liz. You got Liz is probably the most common obverse design on any coin, because what's she, 98 years old or something like that, and so many different nations involved, and it's a lot of population. But they'll change the reverse design for different events. Remember that howler? This is a 1967 quarter with the links on it. Now normal design has the moose, and if that could focus, I'd really appreciate it. I would really appreciate. Well, there's the moose. Dude, ain't nothing wrong with a moose. There's a company down in Bar Harbor, Maine called Cool as a Moose, and all they do is sell t-shirts. It's one of those tourist trap type things. The $50, you've got the same thing there with the traditional shield, or well, there it is. You get the traditional design. And where'd that howler go? I had a howler. Whoa! Stand by. I'm having difficulties. The howler ran off. Must be under there. There you go. So you have the bicentennial design on the Canadian $50, the howlers. We have the same sort of thing going on with U.S. coins, right? Normally design is the eagle, and a bicentennial design would have Independence Hall. Good Lord. There's no end to what you can collect, so it has to come down to what you like. Did you get into sets? Did you get into bullion coins? Did you get into different metals? How about this one? Ready? How about currency? Here we go. This is if you go to a foreign nation, get their currency. Cindy had sent in the bottom one, if I can get that out. What you got here? It's the Japanese government. 5 pesos. This is just as collectible as coins. Maybe that is what's in your future. It's one thing for sure, whatever your future is, it's going to have a lot of stuff in it if you keep going with this hobby. You've got things that aren't coins at all. Right? Here's a lump of silver. It's 1.1 ounces. It's just a lump of silver polished up. It's hand poured. And it's kind of neat. We're starting to see some channels pouring silver and copper by hand. You'll get things that are, you know, exonumia. Here's a penny in a bottle. How'd they get it in there? I don't know, man. Okay, you got, what's this, a paperweight. You got a bunch of dimes. These are all 1977s. Huh? All kinds of things. What is coming your way? You never know what's going to be next. You can go with a more formal approach and do, say, proof sets. There you go. You got the U.S. Mint issued proof holders, where you have every coin produced that year. Penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half. This is 2006, and I got some dollars from another set. Of course, you have the proof quarters from that particular year. Where does it end? Do you go with raw coins, you know, which is just loose? Do you go with something that's encapsulated in a case from the U.S. Mint? Would you go with third-party graded coins, so they've been verified and authenticated beforehand? Okay, this is kind of neat, because if you can't grade coins, they can. They'll tell you exactly what they think their grade is. This is a 1919S Lincoln cent, and it's AU 58. Anytime. There it is. So, well, here's something neat. What if you assembled a full set of these with every different grade? Right? So you got your Lincoln cents in good, very good, fine, very fine, 25, 30, 35, the XF 40, XF 45, the AU in different grades. You would have a reference set. So then you can take your shiny $50, which I had here. There you go. You can take your $50 and say, is it as good as this one? Boy, that's sure is shiny. Is it as good, or is it better, or is it worse? And you can then use these as a reference set to grade your coins. Oh, don't forget the like button. That comes in handy every time. So the question is, what's the best coin to collect? Collect them all, man. Your collection, as it develops, will determine the path you're going to take. There's a lot of stuff out there. We have barely scratched the surface here. There's gold, there's all kinds of foreign coins, there are patterns out there. What do you like to collect? Type that in. Type that into the comments real quick. Me, I like pennies. There's nothing wrong with pennies. Lincoln cents are the most commonly collected coin on the face of the planet. They're abundant, they're inexpensive, and there's almost no end to the variety. You'd have to have 400 different ones. Cindy likes Morgan dollars. I don't have one laid out here. Morgans are beautiful. Trey likes proofs. He's got a new Benjamin Franklin proof out there. Where'd the proofs go? I had a whole bunch of those. There's proof-like, right? You got the Canadian specimens, which are proof-like. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. There ain't nothing wrong with proofs. Is that? They're gone. Well, they've run off. No matter. No matter. Here's a proof, kind of. There's a proof finish where it's a deep mirror and polished with frosty devices. Oh yeah, that Benji proof is amazing. They sure are. Get something you know, if you see a coin you don't have one of already, well, keep it if you can. How about if you have a coin that you already do have? You know, I already have a 1956 D penny. Well, keep the better one. Keep the shinier one, the one that's in better condition. Is that toning? That's a little bit of toning on the bottom of that 1 cent. My guess was it was left near a heat source or a window or something at some point. Yep. Now, some people collect coins just because they have great toning. Exposure to the elements will change the color of your coin. It does change the grade. It changes the appearance. And this is one example of a toned coin. Kind of nifty. There's error coins. Whoa! I have no graves. There's error coins out there. It was being made and something went wrong during the process, and you know it only got stamped on half of it, or it didn't get stamped at all. There you go. What, do I have any errors out here? I don't really have much out here for errors right now. That's an entire realm all by itself. And there's some crazy stuff out there, I can tell you. I have a tendency to get all the misfits. Well, isn't that why people start to collect? Is they look in their pocket changes and they say, huh, that's funny. That is always a great way to say, if it's really that funny, pick it out. They look and they see this coin, this penny, or a dime or something in their pocket change, and it's not like the regular coin. That's not it. It's not like their regular coin. It's got some other design or appearance or look or color or tone or finish. And they say, hey, I think I'll hold on to that. This is a wheat penny. It's a Lincoln cent produced in the U.S. from 1909 to 1958. The obverse design is still in use on our current coins, right? But back in the day, the original design had the wheat ears. And more people start collecting coins because of these wheat cents than any other coins. Sure, some people can start off with some silver dollars grandfather gave them. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. Dude, you got a good head start. But these are wonderful things, and that's where it starts. And you got to get, geez, different grades, different dates, different mint marks. Where'd that shiny one go? We had a real shiny one here. It's gone. I wonder where that went. I might have dropped it. Here's a real shiner. Oh, okay, we'll skip that one. Here's a real shiny one. Have you seen them when they're looking brand spanking new? Bright red or brown? What do you like better? Some people like them natural. What if you had a collection and they all were identical? Either all brown with every date and mint mark, with all the detail in the face, right? Or if they were all brand spanking new and shiny. These would tend to have more value, the shinier, the higher grade ones. Can you shave your head? I tried to, but Mantic was on. Watch the video, you'll see. Okay. Your collection, it's going to be what you make of it. There's no rules. You can collect anything you like. A lot of times it's a good method to, a really effective method to start with whatever's in your pocket change and then get older, higher grade, and a complete set of mint marks, designs, reverses, then extend that to other denominations of the same currency, be it dollars or marks or francs or Krugerrands or whatever it is you have, and just keep on getting more and more things. You can see what happens when you just stick with one thing. I like the copper rounds here as a great example. Where to go? You start with one sort of thing and just get another one similar, and another one similar, and another one similar, and before you have it, you have a collection of copper rounds that nobody else has. I collect one of everything, by God. You've seen it here. Gosh, you could collect just proof coins, right? And if you just did the modern ones, right, from 1968 to date, you're looking at 51, 52, 51, 50 years? What year is this? 51 different pennies, 51 different nickels, a whole lot of different quarters. But just those, you're looking at 500-600 coins. Seriously? Yeah. What's coming down the road for you guys? How much time and effort and dedication you put into the hobby is gonna determine what you end up with as a collection, and it will grow. I guarantee that. Even if you're broke and starving, and you spend your whole collection to do laundry, eventually you're going to start up again and get a new collection going. And the stuff that shows up, it's going to be as diverse as the number of people who collect. You never know what it's going to be. I never know what's going to fall in my lap tomorrow. This fell in my lap and I forgot about it. How do you forget something like that? That's probably an $80 coin. Oops. Stuff. All different types, colors, shapes, metal contents, conditions. Out of all the coins I showed you here, I don't think I showed you the same one twice. And we're just getting started here. What are you talking? A few 100,000 different coins are possible. If you can get the whole collection, that'd be great. I guess the ultimate goal would be to have one of everything. Every date, every mint mark, every design, every denomination, from every nation on earth. That would be an impressive collection. Let me catch up on chat, and geez, we've been an hour and change into it. I'd like to go about an hour on these coin classes. That's about right. And we'll see what if people have questions and stuff. There's Blues Woman, Sandy Adams. Oh, I answered your. I sent back a response to that second coin you sent by email. There's no such thing as being done collecting. That's right. People do this and they do it for decades. They do it for years and years. It sticks with you. And you can always look in your pocket change and say, hey man, I don't have that one. I better collect that. Have you got a howler? You ever heard of such a thing? Did you cover obsolete denomination? Oh, we talked about them briefly. Half cents. What that? We had a half penny here somewhere. It's run off. But there's 2 cents, 3 cents, half cents, 20 cents. What you got here? What's that one? That's a penny. That's a penny. What's that one? That's two what? Well, that's 2 pences. That's 2 vice presidents right there. Yeah, the English were ahead of their time. Oh, that's a new pence. No, 2 new pence. Okay. There's denominations other nations have that we don't have. There's a half penny. $2 coin. A $2 coin. Really? That's probably worth like a quarter in the U.S. That's a Hong Kong $2. They're out there. Thank you so much, says Sandy Adams. Thank you for calling. What you want a howler? We're going to have a couple of those auctioned off on our next Friday Night Madness. Now I'm going to alternate. One Friday will be a sales. The other Friday will be a coin class. Now I've been alternating with Robert Lawson, and he's now taken over the 3 o'clock slot. The coin up left open because he's doing other things right now. So, well, I want to give Robert plenty of time, and I still want to use the Fridays, so I'm doing coin class at 10 o'clock at night on Fridays. But every other week I'll have a sale. Does Hong Kong still use sex? Yes, they have males and females. And well, it's a pretty populous town, so they're using the heck out of it. Silver smokestacks this year. Silver smokestacks. Some people just stack silver, right? They just collect silver. It doesn't really matter what the date is. They just get more and more and more. Looks like It's Me Brian. We were just talking about you, It's Me Brian. I got this from It's Me Brian on his big package on Wednesday, and that's a 1.1 ounce of silver. Just a big lunk of silver. Makes a great prop. Not a coin, but kind of coin-like. Not even round, but hey, it's in the hobby. It's in there. Throw it in the big basket and call it part of the hobby. That'll work just fine. The 15 cent you brought back from vacation was cool, and there's one right there. Yeah, all the Bahamas money, they have all the same obverse. There you go. Maybe not that one. That's an older one, so it has the queen on there. But it has the shield, the dancing marlin. Here, I got some more up here. Here's a nickel. Yep, there's a really filthy nickel from the Bahamas. It has the same obverse. But on the back, it's got a pineapple. All right. Okay, the dimes has the same obverse. And in the back, you get a fish. Ta-da! You get scalloped and round. What are these? These are all nickels? Yep. Oh, here's a different style of nickel, an older nickel with a different size pineapple. There we go. Put that in there. What are these? 15 cents. There you go. And that has the same style in the front. Gone. I can't hold anything. So what's this one? Oh, that's not a Hong Kong. Let's see, you got a square one here, which has a 2 on it, and you got a square one, which is 15 cents. Let's look at these real quick. Okay, that's 2 cents from East Caribbean states. And it's square. And over here, it's a bigger square. I'll stack them in a bit. That's from the Bahamas. And there it is. You have the dancing marlin and the dancing flamingo. On the back, it's an orchid, and it's 15 cents. 15 upside down cents. Kind of neat. Yeah, these actually, I understand, are discontinued or not being. They're like 40 cents nowadays. But there's the East Caribbean states, and you got Queen Elizabeth on the back of that. The second Queen Elizabeth. Kind of neat. Yeah, square money. There's nothing wrong with square, round, rectangular. Don't forget about Mexico. You can have 100. We got one here somewhere. We were just showing that off. What are these? Those are nickels. They go in this envelope. I had some Mexican coinage out here. Oh, here we go. Here's 20 centavos. Big old coin. Their date there. Estados Unidos Mexicanos. That's 1970, 20 centavos. All right, then here's a neat one. Here's $50 from Mexico, 1987. These have been devalued since. Kind of neat. And you've got the eagle eating a snake standing on a cactus. The older one you got, you ready? An eagle eating a snake standing on a cactus. On that big one, where's that Libertad? We'll need that. That's not it. There it is. You've got all kinds of different designs that have been used through the years with the eagle eating a snake standing on a cactus. I'll never be that cool. First off, I don't stand on cactuses. And second, I don't eat snake. And I don't have feathers. Yeah. Mexican, if you're down on the southern border, you have a better chance of getting those Mexican coins. Up in Maine, when I lived there, you get the Canadian coins in your pocket change. We used to get silver all the time. Where'd that one go? Here's a silver dime from Canada. It's a 1940. What? That's a 1943. So that'll be 80% silver. Right? And instead of having Queen Elizabeth on the back, on the front of that, it's got King George. Got her old man here. And he had short hair too. Yep, and they taste like chicken. The Canadian coins taste a lot more chickeny, more of a gamey flavor. Give them a lick. You can't go wrong. If you lick all your coins, you get a better idea of what's out there in the world. The Jamaican coins, you know, have a little lime, some jerk spice on them. They're delicious, really they are. The Chinese coinage, dude, it's all soy and MSG. Gotta hit the hay, says Paula. Paula, we want to thank you for sending in the Libertad, that pretty thing. Look at that. That's going to be given away during the Coin Weekend seminar. Look, it says, I received my package from your last auction. Outstanding, baby. Get goat. You can get goat. Don't lick the frog coins. You start seeing stuff. If you see a coin with a frog, don't lick it. I'm just saying. Where are we here? Okay, guys, I want to thank you for stopping in and visiting Coin Class. We're going to have, let's see, Sunday is the next big show. Some of these very coins you've seen tonight we'll be giving away. And if you read the description below, that can probably help you out in winning that next big show package. But work on your typeset. There's nothing wrong with having a full set of Buffalo nickels. Nothing wrong with that at all. But these type coins, you get into so many different things, so many different aspects and bits of history, different nations, different shapes, different metals, different sizes, different denominations. Some of them, they're obsolete. They don't make them anymore. Some of them, they're not even close to round. And this can enhance your collection and give you much more diversity and appreciation for it. Some frogs are okay to lick. Okay. If you like licking frogs, well, lick your frog. Thanks, Ken, says Joe. Coin Class is awesome. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. And bear in mind, this show is run by viewer support. Your support keeps it going. If you'd like to donate to the show, I have an email address for PayPal, or I have a link in the description where you can send a contribution. And it's what helps make this show happen, keeps it coming back. It keeps me unemployed so I can stay here and just do my thing, which is talk about coins and show you good stuff. I like coins. Me too. PC McGee says, my first coin class. Thanks, Ken. Good night, all. There are other coin classes. We've got, I think, what is it, 37 other coin classes in a list, a playlist. Feel free to watch them all. They're good shows. We try to, take a subject and explore it in depth. And today, it's a type collection. Good Lord. Have you got one of these? Huh? Have you? Well, how about one of these? Ooh. Have you got both? Neither? What you have for a collection right now is a shadow of what it's going to be in a few more years. Ooh, and you never know what it's going to be. Okay, guys. Thank you for your support and stay groovy.